Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up! I am your one and only host, Horse. I almost said horse. Fuck yeah. I'm the one and only host, a Real Dorkie Hero, and we're here to talk again about Kingdom Hearts 3, the game that I gave an 8.5, but it infuriates the fuck out of me. How about that whole black box bullshit? That was never once mentioned in Kingdom Hearts lore, in the lore that we grew up with, okay? All of us together that played Kingdom Hearts 1, there was nothing about a black box. So where the fuck did this shit come from, and why are we supposed to care about it? It wasn't mentioned in 1, it wasn't mentioned in Chain of Memories, it wasn't mentioned in 2, it wasn't even mentioned in Birth by Sleep, it wasn't mentioned in 358/2. The only reason the black box even matters is if you played the stupid cell phone games, which was super irrelevant. Like, I guess you could say that they were planting the seeds for something past the Xehanort saga, because Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3, Birth by Sleep, 358/2, and Dream Drop Distance were all part of the Xehanort saga. You didn't need all those games to just tell a story about a guy. Yo, there are so many retcons in this fucking game. The more I think about it, the more sad it makes me, because it's like, wow, Kingdom Hearts 1 was a self-contained game. It could have ended right there and everything would have been fine. But I guess Nomura just loves to draw, so he kept designing more characters and like, oh, let me put this character in here, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. Oh, I don't like this variation, so let me just do another one and make him relevant. Let me just keep drawing Xehanort 10 different times with 10 different looks, and each one is just another version of the same guy. And we're gonna give one pink hair, and we're gonna give one yellow hair, we're gonna give one, does anyone have blue hair? Saïx. Saïx doesn't count. He's not another Xehanort. He becomes one though, spoiler alert. This is like a mess, but like, that's a topic for another episode. The black box was, and we still don't even know what it is. Like, okay, the very first time we actually see it is if you bought the 2.8 collection. There's a movie called Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. It features nobody we know, so why do we care? And that movie doesn't do anything for the Xehanort saga. It just explains the phone game, but it doesn't even explain it. It's apparently just the BTS for the masters. So you're playing the game as like the character that you created, and then your character works for one master and there's 5 masters or some shit, and you don't know what's going on with the masters. Well, this movie tells you what's going on in the background with the masters while you are off on your quest. Oh my god. Shit. So then there's the phone game, there's that movie, and then nothing involving them shits comes back into relevance until Kingdom Hearts 3. The fucking nerve, because just casually throughout Kingdom Hearts 3, there will be Maleficent and Pete, who were the main villain. Well, Maleficent was the main villain of Kingdom Hearts 1. Pete didn't show up until Kingdom Hearts 2. Neither one of them mentioned anything about the black box until 3. Why the fuck is this something you care about now? Why did you never speak of it before? But whatever, they're looking for it now in Kingdom Hearts 3. What the fuck? A leaf just fell, and I swear it was inside the house. That whole arc is just bullshit, because the next little bit of relevance that it bears in 3, the demon tide evolves into a demon tornado. So now it's not just Heartless, it's Heartless, Nobodies, and Unversed, and it's too big for 7 Lights to handle on their own. Even though at that point, Sora was the only one Jesus, Sora really is the Goku of this franchise, because nobody does shit until Sora shows up. As a matter of fact, the best part of the game is when you actually have the Keyblade War between the 7 Lights and the 13 Darknesses. When they come to meet each other, Xehanort creates a labyrinth to separate everybody. Each one of the lights is paired with 2 or 3 darknesses at a time. That was the most fun part of the game, because as Sora, you have to find everybody and then help them fend off those darknesses. But it's like, are you telling me that Mickey Mouse, who was badass enough to save you several times in Kingdom Hearts 2, and was badass enough to stay by Riku's side and keep him away from the darkness, can't handle a few organization members by himself? Is that what you're telling me? Because his ass got waxed. Like, they made such short work of him, they put his ass in a playing card and left him in there. You had to fight the person with the ability to manipulate cards in order to free Mickey. What? But yeah, that whole segment of the game is everybody waiting for Sora to come in and finish the fight. And one of the fucking, the person that was given the black box in the movie was the 6th of the 5 masters, because the 6th one doesn't have anybody to lead. That's why I only said 5. The 5 others lead people. The 6th one is just observing. Lucio is his name. It was stressed to us at the beginning that this movie does not feature anybody we know. So they use different voices and different aesthetics and all kinds of shit like that. Cool. The Master of Masters, who's in charge of the 6 masters, and then Lucio himself, both wore hoods. I'm so tired of these fucking hoods. It's like anytime you want to be mysterious, you just put a hood on somebody in the fucking game. Mickey wore a fucking hood with ears on it at one point. This fucking game, I swear to God, that I love so much, it's top 3 for me, that I give an 8.5. Jesus Christ. They just didn't show us who Lucio was or the Master of Master was until the end credit scene. Oh, that is a video all on its own. But the end credit scene, we finally see Lucio with Master Xehanort's Keyblade. That was actually the Master of Master's Keyblade. Okay, and he takes his hood off, and it's fucking Braig. And they have the nerve to say, I was like, okay, you know what? That's an interesting twist. I'll forgive it for now. It doesn't make sense and it's bullshit, but I'll let it be. And then later in the conversation, he says, oh, I've had to shed my form and take new forms, but underneath it's still all me. Like, you don't know what you want, Nomura. Part of me feels like you didn't know what they looked like, so you just recycled Braig, and you're gonna make, my friend says that Demyx is gonna be the Master of Masters sooner or later. I love Demyx to the moon and back, but get the fuck out of here. The whole point of this rant in reference to the black box is, like, you didn't need to do this. You could have just started this shit in the middle of 3 and then continued it from there. What you did was you made us believe that it was gonna be resolved in 3 and it was all gonna make sense, but it didn't. Nothing happened. We still didn't even get an explanation as to what the box is about in the post-credit scene. So why did you do this? We already knew that there was gonna be a new Kingdom Hearts game. Sora's dead, by the way, and I hope he stays dead. He's probably not going to. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at droppingloads Productions and a Real Dorkie Hero. I do plan to cosplay Demyx at some point. I also plan to cosplay Marluxia and maybe Noctis, vegan Noctis. Oh, I'm sorry, his name's Riku. You'll get it later. You'll get the joke later. All right, thanks guys. Until next time, we love dropping loads.